Hello and welcome back, guys. I've been doing a bit of work off camera. So today we're going to take a little look at that, and then I think we'll do some more bee stuff. First off, I've been building this tank here, and let's just activate it. Looks good. And then we switch the lever here. Did I switch it twice? Maybe. Let's take a look. Now, look, stuff is going into it. Cool. Now what I'm doing is I'm squeezing honey. That gives you propellers as well, and we get liquid honey. And that is absolutely great. And I switched it twice apparently. Now what you guys cannot see from this angle is, where is my chainsaw? I have it on my hotbar. That is actually also going into this one. Yeah, it is. Good. So I have a tank which will fill up with honey. I have the carpenter filling up with honey, and the squeezer here is producing honey for us, or liquid honey. And why is that? Well, we're getting close to being able to make those scented panels. And that was a lot of... there we are. You can see you need 3 wood, some beeswax, some pollen, and some royal jelly. So we will be getting that soon. But first there's something else I want to show you. So first we'll go out here, and I have removed my little cage I had out here. I mean, I had one cow left in it. I have no idea how the other one got out, but I didn't see any good reasons to keep it. And I have used most of my machine blocks to add more geothermal generators. And nope. Let's just go this way then. We cannot. Okay, too bad. But I've added a few more geothermal engines, and I think I have 2 machine blocks left. Yeah. And we had 12, I think it was, when I finished recording last time. So I've used quite a few. And you may remember me setting up this steam turbine, and you can see they're both running on 100%, and still... okay, we are actually gaining power right now, isn't we? Aren't we? Okay, good. Thanks to the geothermal generators. Without those, we wouldn't be gaining. We've been losing quite a lot, so that's good. You can see this has produced 4 UU matter, and you can see it tick on an occasion, but it's not that often. It's quite slow compared to the mass fabricators, which we cannot make anymore. But one thing I forgot to mention last time, because I used iridium to build this one, and you may be thinking, iridium, isn't that made with UU matter and only UU matter? You wouldn't be completely wrong in thinking that, but Grextech adds 2 other ways to get your hands on iridium, and I cannot get up the stair. And that is what I wanted to show you. So, iridium ores, they can be found deep underground and in extremely rare, even more rare than diamonds. I believe it's 1 ore per 10 chunks or something like that. I might be wrong, but it's not 1 per chunk, like I think it's up to 8 diamonds per chunk. It can, and down to at least one. So in every chunk you'll find at least one diamond. You won't with iridium, and you will never find more than one in one chunk. So, and when you get it and mine it, you get iridium instantly. You don't get the ore. You get this ore, not this ore. But if you have silk touch, you can get it and pulverize it. The other way of getting it is finding this sheldonite, which can be found in the end. It's kind of rare, but it can be found there, and that gives you 10% chance of iridium when putting it through a pulverizer. And then you get this platinum dust. Then I thought there was another use for this. Looks like I was wrong. Okay, here we go. So by putting it in an industrial grinder, you will get iridium nuggets. It's not as good as an ore, because you need 9 of these to get the ore, but there's only 10% chance of getting the ore when putting it through the pulverizer, so I would suggest you getting your hands on an industrial grinder and doing this. But this also means you need to go to the end. That or be extremely lucky when mining in here in the overworld. So now that I have covered that, let's get some wood. That's definitely not going to be enough, but... and some wax. And go back through here. And I've moved my port to make room for that tank, so I get a tiny bit disorientated when I go through it. Yeah, still haven't quite gotten used to it being there. And we need, I believe it's 108 pollen and royal jelly, so you can see we've probably got plenty of royal jelly, but not enough pollen. But hopefully we will get there. And that was the squeezer. So the recipe like this, and I think it was pollen on the bottom and royal jelly on the top, and I was right. And then just stuff all of this inside, and if we're lucky, and just let it run. And you need it to let it run for a long time, because it takes time to make these scented panelings, and that's also one of the reasons why I start already, because I might as well. And it will slowly be using these resources and making scented panelings. Now I have just updated the mod pack to next version. Still Minecraft 1.4.7, but some mods have been updated. And one thing I want to show you, which unfortunately I realized a bit earlier, the texture pack of course isn't updated. So there is something called an advanced nano chest plate, and I might be making that one. Just for good measure, it's a nano body armor, the advanced jetpack, which I'm already wearing, some carbon plates, an advanced circuit, and 2 glass fiber cables. Sounds kind of easy, doesn't it? And it gives you the armor of a nano plate and the flight of an advanced jetpack, which is all quite cool if you ask me. Now, I have been talking about making the quantum armor. That's not right. There we go. I learned to spell. And I already have the bodysuit. So what I really need is the helmet, the boots, and the legs. And as you can see, it needs 2 iridium plates per part I'm missing. So I need 6 iridium plates. And I have 1. So I can of course turn a lot of my UU into iridium, but I still need a lot of industrial TNT to make it into those plates. And we don't have that yet. I can of course make some more, but I've honestly come to the conclusion that I'm not sure I'm going to use the quantum armor. I love it a lot, but there's another thing I want to make instead, which you guys hopefully will enjoy even more, but it's a few other things, and I probably won't be getting into either this episode. So tell me in the comments, hopefully, if you want me to make the quantum armor. I will do it for you guys if you want us to, because I don't mind. But if none of you really cares about seeing me make it, there's no reason for me to do it, because I've decided to go for another armor instead. But before I do that, there's even another thing I want to make, because I'm slowly getting tired of having to take off my suits each time I need to charge them. So I want to make a charge pad, and there's three types. There's the static, the chrysalizer, and the labotronic. The labotronic being the best one, and that's the one we're going to make. So 2 carbon plates, advanced circuit, MSFU, and pressure plate. Pretty simple and pretty easy for us to make as well. So we need 6 labotronic crystals. I believe it's 2 energy crystals. It might just be 1. But we will soon find out. Now the hardest part of this one is going to be the circuits, because we're going to need quite a few of those. So while I gather all my resources together, which I will do off camera because I think you guys will find it boring. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So I will gather my resources and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I think I have everything I need by now, except maybe to upgrade a few of those, but we will do that as when we get to it. Oh, I forgot one little thing. Luckily we still had 2 of those, I think. So, if I'm not completely mistaken, it turned out it was 4 energy crystals and 4 of these double insulated gold cables to get the MFE, which we will then be needing an advanced circuit, if I'm not mistaken, and an advanced machine block. Good. Oh well. And luckily we had 2 machine blocks left. Not that they're hard to make, but still would have been this was easier. And at the same time I have realized that I have gotten my hands on 45 quartz crystals, so I've decided to do that upgrade today. Even though I had also been talking about making some more bee machines, this is probably what we're going to do instead. 2 advanced circuits, okay. I hope that you're not angry about that. I mean, I tend to do that, I have realized. Promise that next episode will be something, and then when we get to the episode I do something different. That's a bad habit. I will try to stop promising to do such stuff, because I can't seem to keep my word on that. Something always seems to come up. Labotronic charge pad. And where are we going to put that? That's the big question. I think I spent most of my time in this room, so we will probably be putting it in here somewhere. And this might not be the best solution. That is the MFSU. Good. Good. I think I have figured out how I want to put this. If it can be done, which I think it can. Yeah. Good. So I need some more glass fiber cables, because I have used the last ones I had. But that's luckily quite easy to make. So a couple of diamonds, some silver and some glass. So if I do like this, I am... Okay, this is getting out a bit further than I had expected. And why is that thing going back up? That's stupid. That would just be creating a loop. Oh, it's because I wanted to. Yeah, that shouldn't be that big of a problem. Good. So it's getting more and more messy down there, which is a bit annoying to me. But I will try to survive it. So I'll just patch up back here. And put the charge pad down. Now you can right click it. You can see it has an internal battery storage, which is currently being filled up. And then it has these emitter slots where you can put in different stuff. But if you stand on top of it, you can see some particle effects, and we should be able to see, yeah, if you look up in the top left corner, you can see my energy level is rising. Or was rising, because now we have used all the energy. Yeah. So it needs to be quite full. But the idea here is that I can go by here and get some charge. And I do, there is a few upgrades for it. You can put in overclockers, which will make it charge your suit faster, but use more energy as well. So I'm not quite sure I'm going to use those. There is obviously something called, there is one called an efficiency upgrade, which make it use less energy, and if you combine it, one efficiency upgrade per one overclocker, I believe they cancel out each other, so to speak. So the excess power the overclockers would be using is just cancelled by the efficiency upgrades, but you will still get the faster charge rate. In the field part there is some upgraders that both some trap kind of upgrades, so you can set them to drain power instead of charging, which is cool in PvP. You can set it to do damage if you want to, but you can also set one that targets armors before anything else, and that is one I think we'll be making, because that's quite cool. Because I am charging everything off this jetpack, and that counts as armor, so it might as well charge that before it charges my tools, which will never need power anyway, but still. The projector, there are some that expands the field, which I am definitely going to make. We might even draw that one out one more, because now I still need to stand on top of it, but I can reach most of the room from here. But if we expand the field, then as long as I'm inside, I still need to press the charge pad for it to start, but once it's pressed, as long as I'm inside the field, it won't turn off until my armor is fully charged, which means I will be able to move in most of this room and still be charged, which is actually what I want. But I think we will skip that this episode, Let's just see if we can emitter. Yeah, so that's the field expansion module, and there are three sizes, and you need the less what the weaker one in each of the upgrades. So you still need to make the weakest one. I have no idea what this bandwidth upgrade does exactly, or these proximity boosters, to be honest. So yeah, I haven't tested them. There's this armor priority, which I like. We have the damage conversion, the drain conversion, and then of course we have those two. So that's all nice and dandy. I want to do some more ME, or applied energistics. So for that we need two more of those, I think, which were the small ones. Good. And that means we need 3 of these, 6 of these actually. And that on top. I think was glass in the middle, maybe redstone in the sides. I was right. And I ran out of redstone, I think. And everything else, which is okay. Because then I need these like this. And glass in the middle again, and still redstone in the corners. Nope. Then it's iron, which I don't have on me. So, as I've been saying lots and lots of times, I was wrong here, this is a very expensive thing to make. Oh, this is what I'm making, isn't it? Okay. That's fine. Yep. And then I need these. And I get a storage cluster, which I believe is what we wanted. And now I cannot remember. Okay, simple. And then we have the biggest one of the storage thingies. Now the problem with this is it still only holds 63 types of items. It just can store many more of each type. So we are going to make a few of the smaller ones, just because that means we can store more items, and some of the stuff we don't have that much of, like soul sand and tungsten and stuff like that, can be stored on those drives, while stuff like jungle wood and cobblestone will be stored on the big one. Pretty simple, right? So that's the basic idea behind this ME. I think soon, once I've made a few more of those, but I think if I make more storage capacitors, or when I do, I will do it off camera, just because you have seen me make quite a few by now, so I don't really see any reason for it to do it on camera. If you want to see me make more on camera, please tell me in the comments. I will be reading them. You can see my stuff are fully charged, and I'll just see how much time we have spent. I'll be right. So I can see that we have been spending a bit of time, so I think I can start making the first part of the armor I want to make, the power armor. And for that we need this power armor tinker table. So pretty simple: some iron, an emerald, and some lapis lazuli. The emerald is probably the expensive part of this one, but if you have met a few villagers, you should be able to get your hands on it. And I put my iron away, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. Oh well. Now, the power armor is quite cool. I'll plunk down the table here. And in itself, nothing special, so I will actually make the first power armor thingy right now. And I will be making the torso first, I think. Yeah, I might as well make all of them, I can see. And for that we need some golden nuggets and some redstone. And you're going to need a lot of this. And I mean a lot and a lot. And when you think you have enough, then make some more. Almost. So that's one power armor thingy. And the legs. The helmet. And the boots. Good. So, quite cheap an armor. For now. But the thing you need to know is it actually has it gives me no armor. So if we look down now, I have 3.5 armor thanks to my pants. Now it dropped to 1, and I bet if I put on the entire armor here, you will see it has no armor at all. So until we have upgraded it, which I most definitely will next episode, do some, it really can't do anything. The cool thing is there is actually one free upgrade to it, which I tend to like. It's just a cosmetic. It looks a bit different. I like the different look preferred to the normal one. So you need energy, I would suggest, in these, and I would suggest going for the elite battery on the chest plate and the pants, and nothing in the feet and helmet. Because as you can see up here, you can see there's a detailed summary how much armor, and this is just for the legs here, how much energy storage and how much weight, and it's there for all of them. Unfortunately, there isn't one that goes for your entire armor. That would have been cool, but the total weight cannot go above, I think it's 25. It might just be 20. It's somewhere there around, without you starting to move slower, jump lower, and generally just getting a lot of penalties to your movement. So try to keep that down, and one of the things that weighs a lot is the batteries. So that's why I suggest only legs and chest for those. Because the cool thing about this is it shares batteries all over the suit, so this is just to give you maximum power. Then you can do the diamond plating or the iron plating, but they weigh a lot. They give a lot of armor, but I would suggest just going for the energy shield because it weighs nothing. It's more expensive to make than these two, I believe, but again, it weighs nothing. Then we have, for the chest, I would suggest the glider and the jetpack. And for the feet, I would suggest the jet boots and the shock absorbers. Again, energy shield. For the legs, I would suggest kinetic generators. That generates power when you walk and run, so that's cool. Again, the elite battery, the energy shield. Uphill steps, I would suggest that, because that's quite cool. It functions just like the boots I'm already wearing. Swim boost, probably, but not really needed. It's more of a convenient thing. So, jump assist, maybe. Sprint assist, yes, definitely. And the helmet, I would suggest night vision. Or actually, yeah, probably, but I would set it so you could turn it on and off. Because it's really cool that you don't really need torches to do anything, but it can also cause a lot of problems for you because you won't really notice when mobs are able to spawn around you. Flight control, I would suggest that as well. And the aura meter, if you're doing Thaumcraft stuff as well, then do it. Add it. It doesn't unfortunately make you able to see notes and stuff, but you will still get that meter down in the top, down the left corner here. Solar generator, you might as well. I mean, there's no reason not to. Lead battery, not on the helmet. Auto feeder, some people like it, I don't. It's when you're hungry, it will feed you if you have food in your storage inventory. I prefer to feed myself, but yeah, that's just me. The water electrolyzer, I however would suggest it's quite cheap, and it does so when you're swimming and running out of air, it will use a little power and generate new air for you. So quite cool. Again, energy shield, and if you do that, what I've said, you will be able to fly quite fast, run quite fast, and you will be basically immortal at the same time. So that's on that note, I think we will end this episode here, and I will go deeper into the power armor in the next episode, along with some more bee stuff. And I promised not to do that, didn't I? I have just said I wouldn't promise to do anything specific next episode, and then I do it. Before I leave, there's one thing I want to show you. My cow shard, almost full. My pig shard, almost even more full. I think it's 1025. The chicken shard, all full. I've been to the Nether and I have spent a lot of time there, and I used more than one wild sword down there, and I have a wither skeleton. So I will be setting this up soon, in hopes of getting some more skulls. I have actually gotten 5 skulls in total now. Can't remember how much I had before. I think it was only 1. So that's also a thing we might be looking at soon. You can also see I've used a lot of bullets. I haven't made any more since. It's dangerous in the Nether, and I actually died a few times there as well, which annoys me because I've actually otherwise been quite able to keep myself alive this time around, which I'm a bit proud of. So, but I want these two to be tier 5s as well, and then we'll set up something awesome, so we will never starve again. So, all of that I might be looking into next episode, and if I don't get angry. I will do my very best to keep you guys happy. So if there is something specific you would like me to look into, please tell me in the comment, and I will probably do it. So, without further ado, until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you around.